That's just dumb. That's just a dumb mistake. At this day and age, we should know that that's dumb. Why would you, if you know you don't want to have a baby with this kid and you know your sperm are like little babies, like why would you protect the little baby? Like I'm not. So this is what I'm talking about. So you talk about being a leader, but you don't even want to take the step to protecting your sperm. How can you protect a household when you can't even protect your sperm? And that's something that's coming out of you.
Right.
No. You're not gonna tie having sex with someone to make you a non-leader.
Responsible adult. Being a responsible adult at 42 years old, knowing that your sperm makes babies. That's just common sense biology that you didn't even got to take a biology class to know. I think
I'll say this, Shan. It's common sense, but the problem is the culture accepts this type of irresponsibility. So there's an easy solution, Caesar. Get with a woman who's sexually responsible and you don't have that problem, and she's going to hold you up to a certain standard. Mm-hmm. It's just that simple. So I know when you look at the stats, because you love stats, if you look at the Black community stats, it's very underwhelming. It's very discouraging. But you don't have to live that stat. You can do something different. You can choose. Yeah.
He said, but a woman says, please come inside me all the time. And they also say, please buy me this outfit. And you don't do that. Like, please make it make sense. Like y'all gotta be smarter than that. You have to be smart in this day and age where everything is, we can say ignorance back in the day. We didn't have as much stuff as we got going on today. You know, today, in today's time, we cannot sit here and play, especially at our age. We're talking as grown people, some full grown people, talking about for a younger generation. You cannot sit here and tell people that you cannot tell boys like, oh, it's her responsibility. Like, so you're literally having this woman be responsible for your livelihood, the rest of your life, what happens to you from this point on. Why would you give somebody that much power?
Caesar,
that you just having sex with?
Caesar, it goes beyond that too.
No,
Caesar, one more second. It goes beyond that. Men should, specifically Black men, should not be laying with any woman that they don't want to see to start a family with. It goes to that level too. But men aren't doing that. They're sleeping with, oh, I'm attracted to her. I don't want a family with her.
I just want to hit and run. Like, what? And
men go after what they can catch. They hit what they can catch.
I just saw a video of a woman even saying she didn't feel like it was her responsibility to disclose her HIV status. Right. Like baby is like a small part of it. It's so many other things too that can be taken. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're doing that, that's supposed to be between two people who are into each other. They know each other. Like, I just feel like this whole intimacy thing, we're just way too lax with it. Like way too lax. Most of y'all, if a person was running, you wouldn't even go hug him because he's sweating. You wouldn't even go hug her because she's sweating. But you would get in the bed with him and he sweat on you. Like, make it make sense.
Yeah. I understand. You will have a baby. You have no problem having a baby with a guy you don't know, but you don't want to marry him. That's a lot of Black women today.
I think that they're not. I think that if a woman is with a man, I would blame the woman. If a man is with a woman and he doesn't want to blame, I think it goes both sides. It's hard to say because it's obviously a case-by-case situation. But at the end of the day, you have two people who have had a child. They need to work it out as best as possible for that child. And let's just say worst case scenario, they cannot work it out for the child to live. They need to at least co-parent well for the child. Sometimes it ain't about you, it's about the kid, right? And some people are co-parenting. Remember when we like to co-parent a lot. And not co-parent, but cohabitate. So those people are also in that study. They're not married. They may live together. They have kids. They're raising their children together. They may have multiple kids together, but they're not married. So they're also going to be in that unwed percentage. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Well, I will say that if somebody is just giving their bodies up and not expecting marriage, it's still going to affect the Black woman more, and she needs to change that.
I would agree that the responsibility does weigh more heavily on the women as far as value, whether we like it or not. Some men don't want women with children. And like you said, your time when you have a child, your priority is being a mom at that point, right? So there are going to be some times where you have to put yourself to the side to make sure that kid is okay. So you're right. A lot of the responsibility does fall on the woman, but that's why it's important for women to choose men who are, even if y'all don't get along with each other as far as, okay, it's not going to work like this, but y'all got to come and go. And that come and go is to make sure this one, the little kid is successful. Sometimes that's what it has to be. At the end of the day, it's about the kid. That's what it's about. Working it out for the child.
And guess what? Yes.
That's what we gotta do.
And guess what? The black woman, I want the black woman to win. That's why I'm on here. That's why I'm having this conversation with you guys. And I'm hearing that the women, our elder women, are not giving black women the correct information. They're sitting out here without a pedal.
Well, I think that it depends on the black woman you're getting the information from, right? So I what I've noticed too is people only know what they have grown to like what works for them, right? Is so if you are when you see, I think it was you who said, oh, there are women in the comments saying, get it, sister, because that more than likely them get it sisters are the same women who think like that sister. You know what I'm saying? Because the women who don't think like that be like, oh, excuse me, that's no ma'am. So even the comments can have trifling people, if that makes sense. And they may legit. Have you ever had a conversation with these people? They be like, you tell a woman, hey, you shouldn't do this, especially sexually. They will go to bat with you or why. They so strong in their beliefs. You can't control my body. Who policing my? That's their belief. And all you can do is say, hey, and influence them to do it. But it's gonna be up to them to make that change. It ain't nothing you can do. You can just tell them the benefits. But guess what? If they're not ready to make that change, we can talk to the lights.
I agree. I agree. I just don't like us blaming the black man for what black women do. That's all. If a black man does something wrong, blame him. But don't blame him if women are responsible for this, but we're still going to find a way to blame the black man.
That's not true. I said, so what we got to do is, if there's something that a black woman did single-handedly without the help of a black man, then we can say black women this, like you were saying, the obesity. Sure, that's an individual thing, right? We can blame a person for that. We can see it. We need to do better. Blame a person. But when two people are engaging in something together, then that's two people that made that happen. One person cannot make that happen. It's impossible. One can do without the other. So that's when we say, okay, it's both men and women. They both had different jobs in it, but together that they both need to be held responsible.